Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Nintendo Rewind. My name's Cody Christian, and I could, I'm asking my co-host, does he want me to take him on the house tour? And I'm joined by Chris Becker, who could take me to the first, second, and third floor. Chris, how's it going, my dude? I hope you're doing well. We're going to be rewinding and recapping last week for Nintendo, really, technically kind of putting a whole lot of hopes for this month. For Nintendo in this episode, where we're going to be trying to make the largest predictions we possibly can regarding Mario's 40th anniversary, and we have a couple of reviews. I've 100%ed Kirby and the Forgotten Lands plus Starcross World DLC. We've got a review on that. And then we have a first impressions from community member and friend I Am Tenderly for Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar that we're going to be sharing with the people here on the show tonight. But before we dive in and do any of that, Christopher, how's it going, my dude?
It's going well. I'll tell you what, you don't need an unknown number to know the text messages are coming from me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'll say. I'm doing all right. I don't feel that good this week.
Oh no.
But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. I've been pretty busy with a lot of embargoed stuff, which is always is great for a podcast where you talk about stuff to not be able to talk about something.
It really truly is. It really truly is. It's the best. It's the best. The embargoed stuff sounds cool though. You got secrets.
The secrets. Yeah.
Oh man, I've not been doing embargoed stuff. I literally spent the time playing Kirby and the Forgotten Lands DLC. It was pretty dang short, I will say that much. I dove into some Hollow Knight trying to prep myself for the upcoming Silk Song this week to make sure I don't get my teeth kicked in the moment I step foot back into that world. And have had a good time doing that. And then we started last night, the wife and I, after we got off the call with you, we watched the first episode of Alien Earth finally. Really good first episode. I was like, I really want to watch another one, but it was already like 1 a.m. by that point. So I was like, we won't watch another one. So we're going to hold off. We'll probably try to get another episode in tonight. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see where the world takes us.
Did you see the exciting news? Not coming to Switch, but still very exciting. Backyard Football 99 is coming out September 9th.
It's speaking to Susie. Backyard Football 99?
Coming to PC, iOS, and Android. And then that's what happened last time with Backyard Baseball. And then later came to Switch. So maybe we'll see that. Also, there is one of my favorite books growing up as a kid. They're like they had Arthur. Have you ever heard of Arthur? Like
the Aardvark or whatever he is from PBS? Yeah.
Well, they have a little critter game. Okay? A game like based on the little critter. And that came to Steam, so hopefully that'll also come.
Little critter. Let's go, little critter. I don't know anything about little critter. I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. I do know little critter. Never mind. I recognize that critter.
Seen little critter?
Yeah, I've seen it. I wasn't a PBS kid growing up. Like Cartoon Network,
the book
Nickelodeon.
About little critter.
That was where it was at for me. Like anytime like PBS stuff came on, the only thing I really liked on PBS was I think Captain Planet reruns would air on there. And I also really liked. I wasn't the biggest Reading Rainbow fan. I was more of a Mr. Rogers Neighborhood.
Over.
No, it's not over. I like to read. I just didn't. No, hold on now. No, you stop. First off, Busy World of Richard Scarry game win. Yes, dude, I loved Busy World of Richard Scarry. The worm in the apple car, like give me that all day. Like that'd be awesome. I wanted to be a point and click too. Just make it a point and click like puzzle game. I'm down for that. Let's welcome some people into the chat here. We've got Keywork Savior at the top of the hour with some banana hype rolling in. Welcome in. I am Tenderly. Hi there, Susie-ish. Susie-ish. I need a canon pronunciation for that name, by the way. I always call her Susie-ish, but I think it's Susie-ish. Welcome in, Kiatic. How are you doing with the Joy-Con hearts? How are you doing? Mrs. Nerdwire is driving. She will not be home until like 10:30, and so one child is asleep right now. The other child is downstairs in the basement hanging out, playing on his iPad. So it's not that one. It's not that one. The demonetizing one. The demonetizing demon is upstairs. So he's asleep. It's all good. But looking forward to Mrs. Nerdwire being home. And then apparently I had it right as a username the first time. It is Susie-ish. It's not Susie-ish. So just to let you know, that's the canon pronunciation. Keywork mentioned he traded his Switch Lite and Let's Go Pikachu and grab Pokemon Scarlet. I hope that didn't take all of the money to buy Pokemon Scarlet and you had a little left over. Scarlet on the Switch 2 is really, really good too, by the way. Like they've done a lot of patching and making that game actually run how it should have when it originally launched, and I'm glad they put that update out for free. So
right, yeah, you never go full Suze.
Oh, got about $32 in credit left. Never go full Suze. No full Suze, only Suze ish. But no, we've got a little bit of a shorter episode, I feel like, tonight. I mean, we could be wrong, but I feel like it could go pretty quickly. So thank you, Chit. That's the version of you that needs to come out next. Is what we need to do.
Yeah, not get me in the form of Chit. Yeah.
Do you? Let me ask you a question, because Keywork said he's not usually one to trade, but it wasn't being used. I feel like you definitely are one to sell off and trade off your stuff pretty often to be able to get something else. But I could be completely wrong. But I feel like since I've known you, you've went through like 3 or 4 different Steam Decks since I've known you, and at least one PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Are you that type?
Well, usually it would be the game. Like growing up, it was the games, but we would just keep the systems.
Mm-hmm.
And we wouldn't do that with the games, or we would do that with the games, but then at one point I remember the Game Boy Advance was my favorite system at the time before before the DS came out,
it's still up there for me. Like Game Boy Advance is really good. Especially the SP.
And I had like 50 games with the box and everything. And then I remember there was like the DS came out, and I was like, oh, I want the DS. And so I wanted the DS and all the launch titles, so I just sold everything.
I did the same thing for my first DS. I wanted that and Super Mario 64 DS and Animal Crossing. Was it Wild World? Was that the one that was on DS? I got it was a DS Lite was what I wanted at the time. I didn't like the first model of DS. And I wanted the DS Lite. How do
you feel about the DS Animal Crossing, where it was like you move the globe under your feet and not your actual character?
I really liked it whenever I wasn't in a car. But the moment I got into a car and would start playing it, like I'm not driving and playing this, by the way, like I'm passenger princessing. But when I was walking around the globe and seeing the world move and my character not, and the back roads of rural Kentucky flying past my periphery, like I got so car sick. I could not play that game in the car. Like I just was like, nope, this is not the game you play in the car. Because of that game, I thought it was all 3D games, so I stopped taking my DS with me in the car. And I went back to like my Game Boy.
That worked out. And you just didn't play Yoshi's Island, yeah?
Yeah, I didn't play Yoshi's Island for the DS.
Just in case.
Oh man, man. But it was rough. It was rough. But I'm usually not one to get like any kind of motion sickness. Like that's not like a thing that really bothered me whenever I was growing up. I could do anything in the car. And then like I got the DS and I was like, wait a second, this is what car sick is. So like it was bad. It was bad. But no.
Imagine like getting motion sick while playing game is like the kryptonite to a gamer. Yeah. It
was the worst. It was the most disappointing feeling in the world. But no, I'm thankful that I had that experience. Honestly, the DS was a really good system. I still think the GBA is a better system, especially the SP, because you get access to the previous library of Game Boy and Game Boy Color and all the goated library of GBA. But
about the DS?
DS
had the GBA slot.
DS with the GBA slot is fine, but you lose access to the Game Boy and Game Boy Color library, and most of the stuff I was still playing at the time on Game Boy was like Pokemon stuff still yet. So like not being able to play Pokemon Red, Blue, Silver, Gold, that was a disappointment. But I loved Ruby and Sapphire when that came out anyway, so those were awesome.
I just loved games that made great use of the two screens, like one screen on top of the other.
Dude, those were so few and far between though most of the time. Like in the early days, it felt like they were more plentiful, but like as that system aged, and even like when you got into the 3DS era, like so few games utilized both screens effectively. Like it was disappointing. I mean, like even New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, like literally, it's like a positioning map on how far through a level you are, and then an item thing where you tap to drop an item on the top screen. And it's like, this is not. You're Nintendo. You put out this 2-screen device. Like, why is this like this?
That's like how they had the I feel like when the DS first came out and they would make Game Boy games, and then I remember they did this for Star Wars. I can't remember if it was whatever episode Star Wars was out. Was it 1 maybe? It was just
for which Game Boy? Yeah, for which Game Boy?
For the DS.
Oh, for the DS, I think that might have been.
Advance.
I think that might have been episode 3 at that point.
So yeah, so they did have. They had the Star Wars game on the GBA, and then that same Star Wars game was on the DS, but they just put the map on the bottom screen and like your stats, and I was like, ugh.
What a waste of potential, right? Like it's just one of those things. Like if you've got this device, why not make it something just like way cooler? Like you utilize the real estate that you've got. I really did like things like Yoshi Topsy-Turvy, or not Topsy-Turvy, that was the Game Boy Advance one, Yoshi's Touch and Go, that used both screens pretty effectively, where you got to see what was coming up for where you needed to draw your path. I really liked that, thought that was super cool. But yeah, if they're not making you blow into the mic, it isn't worth it. Contra 4, yeah. Contra 4 was pretty good.
And then I also like the book games. Did you like the book games?
Yes, where you can turn the DS
Hotel
sideways
Dusk.
And use it like a notepad too.
It was like
Point
Ninja
and click.
Gaiden DS was like Dragon Shadow, and how they had like DS. A lot of games would be like DS, and then it would just be like two like a D word and an S word, but then it would be like, oh, this is I think they do that with what was it called? Resident Evil.
I don't remember the Resident Evil.
Deadly Silence. Resident Evil Deadly Silence, which was just Resident Evil 1 on the DS, and then at a certain point they would have it in 3D in first person, them coming at you, and you had to use the touch screen to swipe the zombies away with like your knife.
Did you forget I'm a giant scaredy baby?
Well, I thought you would be like hiding behind your sister, make her play it.
No, she wouldn't play video games. That's not her thing. Honestly, I'm wondering where she's at. She hasn't popped into the chat to give you a hard time yet tonight. Maybe she forgot it's Tuesday. Who knows? Even on a tiny screen, says Keywork Savior. Even on a tiny screen? Question mark? That was a question.
Even on a tiny screen. What about it?
Scary games. I think that was a question for me.
Yeah.
And yes, even on a tiny screen. And yes, I am a Care Bear. I'm a scared bear. I am a scaredy car and cat. She's biding her time, just waiting for the perfect moment to snark. That's probably the truth of it. But honestly, like I'm thankful we got the DS still yet. Like it innovated in a way that I don't think games necessarily did. And you know what else I'm thankful for?
What? Great question.
I'm thankful for these amazing supporters and producers over at NintendoRewind.com. We want to make sure we thank our generous supporters and producers from over there. If you would like to directly support our content, every dollar spent on memberships and merch helps us continue to produce this show. There's even a tier that only costs $1 a month, $1 here a month, and with it, you get a shout out. That said, I want to thank our members Calamity Nolan, Sierra Christian, Kiatic, and Mnemonic Man for all their gracious support. Just as a reminder, we are just about to come up on the second episode of Nothing Rewind, which is the new show that we launched for our members only. It's pure unfiltered chaos. We're going to be doing it live at some point within the next couple of weeks. So stay tuned on news for that for the supporters in the $5 tier and up. If you want to watch us live, come hang out with us. The video will be posted though as well on the membership page too for later consumption. But please come hang out with us. It'll be really, really cool. That being said, We are now going to jump into the main topic for the night. Let's go. We have a couple of things that are happening this month that I think are very important to highlight that I don't like, and I know everybody and their mother has been out there clamoring and hoping and praying for news regarding a Mario 40th anniversary event, right? Like that has been like the thing that people want more than anything is like, give me a Mario anniversary, 40th anniversary thingamabob, make it good for us. You know, that being said, Nintendo's not really like announced anything as it stands just yet. We're still keeping our fingers crossed that we're going to see something hit this month. And our hopes are that something cool happens. But we wanted to do something that kind of predicts what Nintendo might do this month regarding Mario's 40th anniversary. And we're not doing a bingo card this time. We're not going to do that. And we're also not just doing like just some lame predictions thing. We're putting a little oomph behind it. We are going to make some predictions based on how many predictions we get right as an individual. The one with the most clairvoyance is going to win, right? So the one with the most clairvoyance, the person who gets the most predictions correct this month, based on Nintendo's 40th anniversary Mario event, if there is one, the loser will be changing their appearance for an episode of the show. If I win, Chris will actually be on camera, but in photo form. So it's gonna be Chris. He's gonna send me an all new thirst trap. It's gonna be Chris, but instead of Chris in anime form and all the redeems that are there, it's gonna be actual Chris with his like actual mouth, jaw unhinging, very very much like a South Park character. And if Chris wins, I have to change my appearance to an animated form of his choosing. He's kind of told me, like, I don't know how serious he was on this, and I really don't want to animate myself like this.
Pretty cool.
But
yeah,
Chris, what are you thinking? What are you thinking in terms of animated style for me for the episode if I'm a loser? How am I drawing myself?
Like Beavis and Butthead. Definitely Beavis and Butthead. I think that would be pretty good.
And Beavis and Butthead. I was worried that you were going to be like, I don't know, hentai. I was like, we can't do that on here. Nerdwire mocap incoming. But we're going to be doing this kind of snake draft style. There's no draft. It's just our own ideas. But if I have a prediction, because we haven't spoken with each other about our predictions. If I have a prediction that Chris was going to have, he doesn't get to put it on his list. If Chris has a prediction that I was going to have and he takes it first, I don't get to put it on my list. So we're going to have a flip off to see who goes first, animated like the Sasha Boys and the K-pop Demon Hunters. That could work. I could be done with it. Nerdwire with tentacles. No! But we're going to do a flip off real quick. And it's not with middle fingers. It's going to be with a coin. To help decide who's going to go first. And Chris, we're going to do this best 2 out of 3. I'm going to have Chris call out what he wants on the flips. So I'm going to click flip. I'm just on Google. I Googled flip a coin. I'm going to click flip and we'll do best 2 out of 3 here. So what do you want? Heads or tails, my good sir?
Heads.
Oh, yeah. All right. So I got 1 so far. What do you want on this next one, friend?
Heads.
All right. Let's go.
Already rigged.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I'm telling you, I didn't do it. It wasn't me. So, like, it was
Google.
Google.
This is just a video.
It was Google. It was an actual
video,
browser.
wasn't it?
No. How would I know what you were picking? Like, I can't possibly know.
One for one and one for the other.
I didn't. Okay, I'm not that. I mean, I probably could have done that, but I don't need to cheat. The AI has it out for Chris. That's more like it. Terminators are trying to get rid of Chris. So I get to go first, all right? So my very first prediction that I'm going to put on here, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it because I'm pretty sure Chris has it.
There's only one thing. There's only one thing that's gonna have.
I'm pretty sure that's what I'm about to pick. And my first prediction that I'm gonna put on here is Nintendo does nothing. No response? You're just silent.
No response. I'm just glad you didn't pick what I wanted.
Dang it. All right, so you get to do 2 picks on this next one. So I'm gonna say Nintendo does nothing is my first one.
That's a really good one. Well, then you're gonna get a point whether they do something or don't.
No, if they don't, I'm not gonna get a point. But yes.
I think they're gonna have some sort of new Super Mario Brothers collection of some sort.
I had that one on my list. I did. So like a new Super Mario Bros, like NSMB, like not like this is a Super Mario Bros All-Stars collection, new one, but like the new series.
Right, like the DS games and then the Wii and Wii U. Yeah, new Super Mario Brothers.
Okay, so I have mixed feelings on whether or not that one will happen. And the only reason is because that box art that came out was super faked, right? Like was.
I don't believe that box art, but
no,
that's
I
like
hope
the only
it does.
They don't have.
It was on my list to put on here just in case you picked any of my other top ones. But it was on my list to put on here. But it would make a lot of sense if they did that, right? Like I want to make the argument for it, for you, even though you're the one that picked it. Also, it just kind of benefits me too if it happens because I'll be playing it on Switch either way. But ideally, I want the Nintendo Switch to become the one place to play every Mario game, like every mainline platforming Mario game, and we're very close. We're missing New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii and the 2 New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. We are missing Super Mario 3D Land, and we're missing Super Mario Galaxy 2. That is it. 5 games. Honestly, if they could just give me all 5 of those games. Mario's Missing is not a mainline platformer.
Do they have a Mario's Missing? Do they have it or not?
I don't know if they do have it. I don't think they even can put it on Super Nintendo like online. I don't think they can do that because it wasn't published by Nintendo. Like the company that did it was like Johnson Wheelhouse or something like that. And it was developed and then also published by them in combination with Nintendo's licensing. So like, and it went to PC as well. So like, I don't know how that works and where the licensing issues are. Plus, nobody wants that version of Mario's Missing anyway because it's all just wrong. Like most of the facts in there, there are near 280 misinformations in that game.
Yeah. Okay, I understand.
But I'm making the case for New Super Mario Bros. Collection, All-Stars Collection. Like, I would be really down for that. Put them all here.
Yeah, do something. Maybe mouse control.
Get out with the mouse control. We had a conversation about this the other night. Chris and I, we were playing some Fortnite, and I was still talking about how he put mouse controls in every single selection for his games last week. And I was like, dude, you haven't experienced mouse controls. They're very bad. Like, they are very bad. And it's because, I mean, it's a combo of the fact that the Joy-Con's so skinny and the way that most of the games on the Switch work, they still need the face buttons. Like, it's so bad. But Susie did ask, can it also be limited time available?
Please, yes.
You can get it for 3 months, and then we're taking it off the store.
Well, yeah, because then it's not the 40th anymore.
We're gonna run out.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready for your second thing here. What do you got? Let me just ask you real quick. Is that the one thing that you think for sure is going to happen that you mentioned before the show to me?
No, there's one more thing.
Oh, okay.
But we'll see. You might pick it. I'm not picking it here. I have faith it'll come back around. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
A Mario 40th Lego set. There will be a Nintendo a Mario Lego set with the 40th anniversary branding on it.
I don't think that's a bad one. I don't think that's a bad pick. I don't know if I necessarily agree with it, knowing that Nintendo has the Game Boy set coming out, and then next year we're seeing like 4 different Pokemon sets that are supposed to be coming out. I could see it happening, but the likelihood of it happening this close, I don't know for sure just yet.
Well, they need something to compete with that $650 Pokemon Lego set.
I realize we haven't even told the people about it yet. That's in the extra Nintendo news segment, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Everybody hold out. But yeah, $650 Pokemon set. I don't know that it'll happen. I hope it does. That would be cool. But I need it to be cheaper than $100 if it's going to happen. That's kind of where I'm at with this. Like, keep it in that $100 or less range. Yeah, make it a pittance for a Lego set. That's what I want, Mnemonic Man. I need it to be a pittance for a Lego set. But no, like I don't know that I see that one happening. Just with the Game Boy set coming out in October. Featuring Super Mario Land. So who knows? Maybe that one is the Mario 40th set and they haven't said anything. Are you ready for my pick? I don't know. I had let me see here. I'm not gonna state that one. I think the one that I've got on my list is very close to that one. And I'm not going to state that one just yet because I have some different picks that I think are more likely than anything. My next pick is going to be Mario Kart World DLC. So we already know that the voices for K. Rool are, at least the voice actor for K. Rool from Donkey Kong Bonanza is also voice acting something in Mario Kart World that their voice hasn't been used just yet. So they talked about that. I think there is a strong possibility that we could see that happen for Mario's 40th anniversary, them putting more content into Mario Kart World. It makes sense. It feels right, and I stand by that pick.
Okay. And you think it will be a part of the 40th anniversary, or it'll just be an update?
I think, because the thing is like most anything they do for a Mario game, right? Most anything they do for a Mario game, whenever there's a 35th or a 25th or whatever anniversary that they're celebrating, most of the stuff that they do for it is usually tied in with that anniversary, regardless of whether or not it was originally planned to be an anniversary item or not. So if we get like a direct or a bunch of shadow drop tweets all at once, which I could also see happening, if we get either of those things, I could totally see them tying that in to saying, to also celebrate Mario's 40th anniversary, we're going to be adding XYZ characters to Mario Kart World, whether it be King K. Rool or whatever, to just kind of give a little extra added value to that. Now, whether or not it's free, who knows? Like, I'm not going to put a dollar amount on it, but I think that could happen.
Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe we'll get like a Mushroom Kingdom course or something.
That'd be really cool. Honestly, I'm down for any kind of like actual content getting added to that game, like real content, not like, I don't really care that much about more characters. I think it has plenty of characters. Like, I'm not really feeling like I'm missing anything there.
Some more food, maybe different food you can go around collecting.
I don't want that. That's not content.
Just go around, collect some more food for a couple
more
hours.
Costumes. Let's go.
Yeah.
But no, like I would like more courses. More characters will be fun, but I would like more courses still yet. My next pick though, is going to be. Yes.
I'm gonna regret not picking my last pick, aren't I? Go ahead. Just tell me what your pick is, for crying out loud.
I'm going to say Mario 35 returns as Mario 40. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say we see the return of Mario 35, but with an upgraded Mario 40 skin on there. So you get 5 more people in a lobby racing against each other. And it's going to be limited time again. Like, it will be. Like, they aren't going to keep it up. Like,
until
it's gonna...
March 31st or whatever,
Yep, and it's gone. And then it's gone.
Hear me out.
I'm going to hear you. I hear you.
What about Mario 35 2? What if that's the name?
New Mario 35 U Deluxe.
Yeah, what if it's new Mario 4 and it's just Mario? So then it would be a new Super Mario Brothers, but 40 players at once playing in new Super Mario's form.
Don't do that. Don't do that. That's the worst thing. Susie is agreeing. She's like, stop. No more of that.
For 3 months. You would only get it for 3 months.
Oh, man. I just don't expect that to happen. That is something I would like to see, though, legitimately, is Mario 35 times 2 3D HD.
Yeah, exactly. You get it.
Mnemonic Man's on
with
that.
Mouse controls.
Mnemonic Man's on it. Plus mouse controls.
Yeah.
X Drive.
Yeah.
But I think it could happen. I think it could happen. If they're going to put out anything that's like zero effort, like I think that's the thing that's the most zero effort thing they could put out.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
New Super Mario Brothers, just Mario Brothers in general,
You didn't.
Hear me out. Mario Brothers is getting new music added to Nintendo Music in honor of Mario's 40th anniversary.
I didn't have it on my list.
Give me the point. Give me the point.
I didn't have it on my list, but for sure, that one can happen. Is that the one that you said is for sure happening?
That's one that's for sure happening. Yeah.
No, listen, I don't want that. I mean, I want that. Don't get me wrong, because I think I'm like one of the 5 people who utilizes Nintendo Music.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, of all of the things that they could announce, like, that's the least exciting thing they could announce.
Yeah. And probably like a Mario 40th tote bag that you can use your platinum coins for.
I mean, here I was expecting you to say like Mario 40th Alarmo theme, which would be the one thing that's less exciting than Nintendo Music. It's the one
it'll
thing.
be here. Yeah.
Yeah. But I just, no, man, like I like Nintendo Music as a platform. I think it's cool that they're slowly uploading and collecting all of their OSTs on there. My question is what game would it be? Because I don't even know what games aren't on there. Like, what soundtracks are not on Nintendo Music for Mario? I'm gonna do a quick Google search. Let's see here what they say.
New Super Mario Bros.
Nintendo Music. Let's see here. So they've got Wrecking Crew. They've got Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3. Super Mario World. Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, of course. Super Mario Sunshine's soundtrack is not represented on there.
There you go. 40th anniversary. It's the real monkey's paw. I'm getting.
Yeah, you're going to get Super Mario Sunshine added to Nintendo Music. Oh, my God.
Give me the point. Yeah.
Oh, man. I didn't have that on my list. I'm going to be honest. I didn't have that one, so I don't have to erase it.
Don't erase it. What about this? Did you have this on your list? Mario, whether it's Mario Maker 2 or Mario Maker 3, there's going to be a Mario Maker shown this month, the month of September, the month of our Lord and Plumber Savior. The month of September, there is going to be a Mario Maker game with Savior mouse controls shown in September and it'll be have that 40th logo somewhere in the trailer.
So I did have something similar to that on my list of predictions, and what I had was Super Mario Maker 2 Switch 2 edition with mouse controls and the addition of a Mario Wonder theme, charging $20, $19.99 for that expansion. Is what I had written down. So I'm gonna remove that one.
Yeah, that's like the price of Silk Song.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But the thing is Silk Song is finite. Mario Maker's forever. So, like, it's fine. $19.99 forever Mario. You get so much content.
Yeah. How many, speaking of forever, how easy is it to go online and download levels in Mario Maker 1 right now?
You can't anymore. Like, you can't in Mario Maker 1. But in Mario Maker 2, you can still do it. Servers
That's why
still
I didn't
up.
ask for Mario Maker 2.
They just started.
Mario
They
Maker
just
2.
stopped supporting
Mario
Wii U.
Marker.
Get out of here with your negativity. I don't need this
What
in
about
my
markers?
life. Your marker.
What about Nintendo markers?
You stop guessing things. You can't. You did both your guesses already.
Okay, fine. If you want Mario markers, that can be your guess.
It's not what I want. It will never be what I want. All right, so I've done. What have I done so far? I've done Nintendo Does Nothing. I've done Mario Kart World DLC, and I've done Mario 35 Returns as Mario 40. These are my final 2 predictions, and then you've got.
How many are we each doing?
Your 5 predictions each. So we have 10 predictions.
I'll be honest, I didn't know because I didn't write anything down.
Oh, you better come up with some better predictions then while I'm naming my next 2. Mario's Time Machine 2D HD remake, honestly, that would be cool. That would be dope. Would nothing be less disappointing outcome than a half-hearted something? I want to address that question after we get done making these predictions because I think that's a fair statement to ask. Here's what I'm going to say. These are my final 2 predictions. I'm going to go out on a limb here. And I'm going to say Super Mario Bros. Wonder Nintendo Switch 2 edition with expansion DLC content is what I think I could see them doing. I could see them doing that and giving us, because right now there's not been a full-on upgrade pack for it. Like, it's been, I don't even think, hang on, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Did it get an upgrade, like the free upgrade pack for Switch 2? Or not? I don't think it did, right?
Mario Wonder?
Yeah.
No. Because I think it's already at 60 FPS.
Yeah, no, they did not do a free upgrade pack. So I think there is a huge opportunity there for them to do a paid DLC of some sort for
So it'll be
oh my
paid
gosh,
DLC
excuse me. For Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And I would say, and I would hope that it's paid DLC because I want more content. No, I don't want it to be a free update. It could be a free update, but because all I have written here is Super Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 Edition DLC is all I have written here. It could be a free update, but I don't, that's not really what I want. I want more content, right? Like, I want some more wonders thrown in there. I want a few more levels, maybe just like a post-game track of something, like anything, like would be really cool. Like, it would be really cool to see. Maybe like a victory lap mode like they've done in some of the older games where once you beat the game, you've got a victory lap, but it's a little bit harder. So you can play through it again.
Hear me out. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm hearing you out. What do you got?
You go and then you can hear me out.
Oh, okay.
Your second one and then
my second one?
Your last one, I suppose, right?
My last one. Whoops. I need to undo that. Because I was erasing too much on my list. My last one that I have here. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Super Mario Bros. Movie sequel news. I think it's kind of a lock at this point that we see something. That movie is set to come out, was set, as far as I know, next year, right?
2026? Is that when it's coming out?
April 3rd, 2026.
Yeah.
So we are like 6 months out. It's not like that needs. I think my son is mimicking my cat right now in my downstairs basement going, yeah. So, but I think there's a high likelihood we see the marketing cycle begin to really go, because it's only 7 months until the movie comes out. They haven't really said anything about plot, cast, additions, anything extra as far as that goes. And I don't think that movie necessarily needs the marketing cycle, because the first movie was so dang successful. But I could fully see them start wanting to talk about it and get ahead a little bit with the date coming up. I mean, literally 7 months from now. I think it's a lock that we see something on the movie.
Okay. So that's
my 5. So Mario 35 returns as Mario 40. Mario Kart World DLC. Super Mario Bros. Movie sequel news. Super Mario Bros. Wonder 2 or Switch 2 edition with DLC is what I meant to say. And then Nintendo does nothing. They just ignore the 40th anniversary altogether.
okay. I'm trying to think of which one I want to choose, and I suppose I'll go with, I will say Mario, like a new Nintendo World, Mario 40th stuff happening at the Nintendo World.
So are we talking like a park expansion?
I don't think they have enough room. Like, even if it is, you know how like when they do
the Japan one, they definitely don't have enough room, and in the California Universal Studios California one, it's also pretty limited too. But the Florida location has quite a lot of real estate still yet.
You know how they have there will at least be how the one ride at Disney goes from one thing to like a Halloween themed.
Oh yeah. So you're talking like a 40th celebration at Nintendo World more than anything.
Right. Yeah.
Like themed drinks, maybe you'll be able to get some themed 40th anniversary food, like with a big 40 on the cookie or whatever, you know, like
Right.
I think that'd be fine. That'd be totally cool. I'm down for that. It's not super exciting necessarily, but it's not also, I mean, the only reason it's not super exciting is because I will not make it there during that time frame. Like, I will not be going to Nintendo World during the 40th anniversary.
Nintendo
of
might
Mario.
invite us.
Yeah, they might. You know, hey, Nintendo, holla at you boys. We'll come. I'll bring my animated friend. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Just bring me on a stick.
Just holding up. I'm here with Chris.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, honestly, I should just expand my camera and then just put you on a stick beside of me, and we can just pretend we're in the studio together.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Oh,
the
man.
question I was going to ask you is, do you think Yoshi will be voice acted? Is Yoshi going to talk?
Yoshi is going to say Yoshi. He's not going to be like he was in the Super Mario World cartoon. Yeah, he's going to be. He's just going to say his name.
He won't speak like. He won't be like, "Hey Mario, it's me, Yoshi."
No. It's not happening. Not in 100,000 million years. They will get.
He's just gonna say,
get Alan
Yoshi.
Tudyk to show up and say Yoshi over and over and over again.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Haters sleep on the Super Mario World cartoon. They do. they really do. There's no way that's happening. Like, they're not gonna give him dialogue. Like, well, I mean, I don't know. They could. They did it with DK, and all DK ever does is say "ooh banana." So, like, I'm pretty sure that man does not. Well, not man, ape does not speak English in most situations. So, I think they speak Kongese of some sort. But for some reason, Mario and Peach understood him. I am Yoshi. Vin Diesel is Yoshi. So is that your fifth and final prediction? Because you kicked it off with 2 and then did 2 more, and then that's your fifth one?
Yeah.
All right. So there you have it, folks. Those are our 5 predictions each. The person that gets the most correct, gets to decide the fate of the other person in terms of their alt appearance on this show. If I win, Chris comes as photographed version of himself. He's going to send me a new thirst trap for you guys to look at. And then I'm going to make it move like South Park. And if I lose, I get to be an Beavis and Butthead animated version of myself for an episode. Is that what you said you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it,
I feel
folks.
like there will be at least 2 points for each of us. We'll each have 1 point. The Mario movie and the Mario Nintendo.
Yeah. There's no way I'm missing a point. I'm getting at least 1 point where either Nintendo does nothing or we see the movie trailer. One of the 2 things are happening for sure.
Yeah, or they at least announce who's going to be saying Yoshi over and over again.
And I'm totally down with that. We'll expand it. We'll generify these statements a little bit more so that way we're more likely to get a point, and we'll figure out how it counts for all of us. But that being said, we have 2 reviews for you guys this week. And the first review is for a game known as Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Starcross World. Chris, have you heard of this game? Can you tell the people about the game just a little bit before I dive into the review for it?
Sure. It's kind of like The Last of Us, only it's a 3D Kirby. If I remember correctly. Kirby, he's got a real mouthful
like The Last of Us.
To contend with. Yeah.
And he dies in the second game, and then you end up playing as the villain.
Yeah, it's devastating. Yeah. Meta Knight was much better in the first game, but the Kirby 3D Kirby, it almost kind of reminds me of like 3D World, kind of like Kirby meets Mario 3D World. And but he's got mouthful mode, so you're just sucking up a car and then just can drive around. It's pretty fun. And then what did they do? They were like, you know what, come here, hey kid, come here, give me that $20, give it to me. Okay, here's 6 levels. Okay.
Well, hold on now.
Okay, you know what? You're gonna complain about that? Fine, we'll give you 6 more. Here you go. Okay.
You got any more of them levels up in here?
You got any more of them levels? Sir, may I have some more?
Oh, and by the way, Ethan Presley, I realized I didn't read the comment from YouTube. September 12th, 2025 direct is what Ethan Presley is saying, and can't wait for Super Mario Bros. 40, which I'm also super stoked for. So thank you, Ethan, for joining us over there on the YouTube chat as well.
Ethan gets it, yeah.
Ethan does get it. He totally gets it. But no, you're not wrong. It is a new expansion. They did say, hey kids, y'all like that Kirby, right? Well, how would you feel about a little more Kirby? And so
give us $20.
Right, give us $20. So I spent the weekend 100%ing it. I did everything that I possibly could in it. Approximately about 6 hours spent with the DLC. It's a little bit on the shorter side. I will give you guys a pre-warning. But we wanted to make sure we got a review for you guys before we get too deep into this episode. And so I'm gonna give you guys my review of Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Starcross World. When Kirby and the Forgotten Land dropped back in 2022, I was hyped. Kirby games have a reputation for being so easy you could probably beat one while blindfolded and holding a sandwich, but this one looked like the pseudo 3D adventure with just enough platforming challenge I'd been waiting for. For the first time ever, we got a true 3D Kirby environment, closer to like Super Mario 3D World, as Chris was saying, in structure, sure, but still the closest we've come to full-blown 3D Kirby. And honestly, it might be the closest thing we've ever gotten to a perfect Kirby game. If you fast forward 3 years to 2025, and thanks to the magic of DLC, the game still shines like a star, albeit one that's a tiny bit dimmer than its predecessor. As expected with the Switch 2 upgrade, the We Put a Bow on It improvements are here. You get higher resolution, 1080p in handheld, buttery smooth 60 frames per second, Yes, I said a full 60, and a visual polish that makes Kirby look rounder than ever. It runs like a dream, if that dream was an eldritch horror-filled romp with pink puffballs inhaling traffic cones. Since this is a paid upgrade, though, Nintendo tossed in a story expansion. Starcross World adds 12 new levels, 1 new boss, and a new Ultimate Cup ZEX, which could be mistaken for an energy drink, but it's a boss rush fight. Now, 12 levels might not sound like much, because it isn't. Replay value is pretty low unless you're a hardcore completionist. And they did sweeten the pot with new collectible gacha figurines, 2 new series of gacha figurines, so you can dust off your digital shelves, but that's about it. The new levels are remixed versions of older ones, sprinkled with sparkly star zones that let you platform into new areas. Enemies now wear icy crowns, and Kirby gets a new mouthful mode, or several of them, in the form of Spring, Gear, and Sign. Gear mode lets you stick to walls and fling yourself like a metal pink missile. Spring mode launches Kirby sky high before belly flopping like a meteor, and Sign mode is basically downhill sledding, only you're a road sign. And if I had to rank those mouthful modes from my favorite to least favorite, number 1 would be Gear. It was super useful, really tactile, like an amazing experience running around as a gear as Kirby. Number 2 would be Spring. It's fun, but you move a lot slower. And then Sign, it honestly kind of felt like Kirby got demoted to Traffic Cone's cousin at that point. As always, though, Nintendo kept the story light. A meteor crashes into the Forgotten Land. Kirby must rescue a batch of adorable creatures called Starries and then reseal the meteor so everyone can go home. It's simple, but hey, Kirby doesn't really need a Shakespearean plot. He just needs things to eat. The soundtrack, though, here is amazing. Nintendo once again proves they can make boss fights catchier than most pop hits. It's been stuck in my head for days since I last played it, especially the Ultimate Cup ZEX track. That song is so good. But the real question here is it worth it? The base game plus the expansion is going to run you about $80 if you don't have it. So $60 plus the $20 DLC, $79.99 for the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. The base game is absolutely a must-play, though. The DLC, which is the Starcrossed World side of this, is a little light. For what costs a third of the base game's price, I wanted a third more content and not a sprinkling of icy hats. But that being said, I still had a really good time. Kirby is still peak. I'm giving Kirby in the Forgotten Land plus Starcrossed World a 72 out of 100. It's great fun, but honestly could have used a little more content. So Chris, do you have any questions about Kirby in the Forgotten Land that maybe I didn't address through the review?
Yeah. So was it like an instance where you felt like you just wish there was more of what they were offering, or do you feel like the stuff they added in the new version, like all the new levels that they added and the new stuff, does it just not compare to the stuff that you got? Like, let's say you were to play those 12 levels, and how does it compare to just starting up the base game and playing the first 12 levels? Like, does it give you a lot more that you feel like is worth playing if you already played the base game? Because obviously, if you're going to get a version, is there any world where you would be like, just get the base game and then play it on Switch too?
I think for the vast majority of people, there is a large consideration of just playing the base game. The base game looks amazing. Like, it looks really, really, really good. It already ran pretty well overall. It was decently optimized. The thing that frustrates me probably the most in this is that a lot of the things that you're seeing, like the boss fights in the game, in the DLC, are recycled boss fights from the base game. So there's not like new boss fights. The real new draw here is literally the 3 new mouthful modes and the extra added sections to base existing levels. Now, it's been a few years, so comparing and contrasting the levels that they're partnered with right? So the Star-Crossed World level versus the base level, it was hard to remember how close to that it was. But the way they load up on the map on the overworld is, I mean, they're side by side with the one that they are built into. So you can try out the base level and be able to see, oh, this isn't like that drastically different. It's just got a slightly different mechanic with some added pathways that you're going on here.
Yeah.
So in terms of answering your first question, though, was there a moment where I was like, maybe this isn't as worth it as the base game is? Really, a lot of that came down to the fact that I had already completed the first 7 of the 12 levels, which I knew there were only 12 levels in it, even the morning that I started playing it. But it was the moment that I got through 7 of the 12 levels, and I looked at how much time I'd invested into it, and I was like, man, either I've gotten really good at Kirby games since I last played this, or this is like actually super short. And that's kind of been like my main complaint with the Nintendo Switch 2 editions that they had. Like, even when you look back at Super Mario Party Jamboree plus Jamboree TV, those modes, you can't go online and do online multiplayer in quite the same way. Like, you can't play the mouse mode games online. You can't play the you can't play a couple of the other new additions that they did online. And it's a little bit frustrating, right? Like, you're paying $20 for this experience, and you're expecting it to be more like the full experience. Super Mario Party Jamboree also, when you pay for that DLC, it only gives you the extra DLC that's running at the 60 frames per second upscaled resolution. Mario Party Jamboree doesn't even get like the 60 frames upgrade, 1080p resolution upgrades. It's just the DLC in that. The difference in this DLC and that one is that this does apply to the full game, being 1080p and handheld, 60 frames per second on screen at all times. But it's just the content is a little bit on the light side. And that's the part that gives me a little bit more pause. And if I were to, because we weren't doing the podcast at the time, if I were to go back and do a retroactive review of the original game, I would probably give that game like an 85, 84, somewhere in that ballpark. But even still, like, that brings my point total down by like 13 points, mainly because of how much we're paying for these DLCs and these upgrades. The content that we're getting out of it is not nearly as hefty as you would expect.
Right. I almost feel like if we were to have, like, okay, so when they released Mario 8, and then how much was actually added in Mario 8 Deluxe? Like at launch when it came to Switch?
Oh, at launch when it came to Switch, you got all of the DLC that they did for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So any of the DLC that you paid extra for on the Wii U, you got that packaged into it. So it was an additional, I think, 4 cups that came to the base game along with it whenever you got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
But if you already bought it on Wii U, it wouldn't matter.
No. There was no. I mean, the upgrade pack pathway didn't exist on that console, mainly because
I'm trying
they
to think
swapped
if
from.
they were to do the upgrade pack, then what was added that was outside of that DLC? There was a couple new characters, right? And then
I think it was a couple more amiibo costumes. Yes, a couple more characters.
Boo. We got Boo. Right?
But most of what you were getting out of that actually brought any kind of monetary value to it was the DLC courses being included in the base price of that game.
Okay. I'm trying to think.
Which again is, 16 extra courses compared to the base game of, 8 cups. I mean, you're getting a third more for, essentially free when you're buying that version of the game on the Switch versus what you paid for it on on the Wii U.
Okay. Okay, and they also kind of like revamped. It says they revamped the battle mode to make it more like a battle mode than what it was like in Mario Kart 8.
Yes, that is true. They
King Boo and
in
Dry
Mario Kart
Bones
8,
are the characters
the
they
original Wii U release of it, it was literally just courses that were being used as the battle arenas. When they revamped that battle mode, I had totally forgotten about that, but they did add actual battle arenas in that game.
Because I'm trying to think, if Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I mean, it was $60, but if it was like one of those things that went from Wii to Wii, like Switch to Switch 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, that probably would have been a $20.
I would almost guarantee it. It would have been a $20 difference.
Which would have just added the revamped
battle mode.
King Boo, Dry Bones, and then they added the Ultra Mini Turbo.
200cc.
Yep.
So
Okay.
I mean, is it a lot?
Like...
That's actually quite a lot when you take into consideration how much content that is at that point. Because 200cc applies to every cup. The extra turbo boost applies to every cup.
An extra item slot, so you could hold 2 item slots instead of 1.
Was that only a 1 item slot game in the original release? I didn't even realize that. That's crazy to think about. Holy crap, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it says 2 item slots. Players can now hold 2 items at a time. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to answer Susie's question in the live chat, she says, so if I got Forgotten Land as a gift but never played it, and I pay the $20, finally play it right. And here's where I land on it. If you did not pay for the base game, and you're getting the DLC to bring it up to Switch 2 standard, and that's all you're paying for, $20 for the whole thing, in its entirety is an amazing deal. Like, it's actually well worth $20. But the thing is that most people in that category are either buying the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of it or paying the $20 for only the DLC, and not playing through the base game again.
I also feel like the people that paid $20 for it probably hasn't played it since it came out, right?
I hadn't played it in 3 years. It came out in 2022. Yeah. The last time I played it was in 2022, and I 100%ed it. I did everything you could possibly do in that game, and I had a good time with it. I loved that game. I think objectively it is still like an 80, an 83. But for me, it was closer to a 9 out of 10. Like, I had a good time with it, but I think objectively it's an 83.
Okay. Well, they're not all going to be bangers.
No, not at all. We're going to be swimming in a sea of sevens. So, but
the Nintendo Sea of Sevens.
That being said, I mean, it's still a good game. The DLC is still good fun. I had good fun with it, but it's just a little on the short side, and I wanted to see a little bit more out of it. And that's kind of where I landed with it more than anything. We did have one more review that we wanted to share with you guys, and this comes from our friend I Am Tenderly. If you guys aren't following her over on Twitch, she's live pretty much daily over on her own Twitch channel. I'm going to give her a quick shout out over here on Twitch. I Am Tenderly. She is your resident cuddle queen, as she says, and she plays a lot of cozy games. And last week we had Story of Seasons Grand Bazaar Switch 2 edition launch. They also had the base version of it launch too. But she ended up getting the physical collector's edition of the game and gave a little bit of review on both the physical collector's edition as well as the actual game itself. She says, early thoughts. The physical collector's edition is a good value. And mind you, this is just a first impressions. So she spent about 8 hours with it. The physical collector's edition is a good value. The goodies feel substantial, especially in this day and age. And with really lame to non-existent physical goodies. Early gameplay, time feels plentiful. Unlike other games in the genre, the game tells you what your curfew is, and it's much later than those other games. In this genre, the townspeople tend to be really unpleasant, and you have to actively work to overcome their terrible personalities. But in this game, they're readily likable. The mayor's ridiculously over the top, and it's comical. Furthermore, the game is just wholesome. No bar gatherings on Friday night. There is no bar. The game's gimmick is a weekly market, and this is where my currently only maybe lies. Does the gimmick ever get old or tiresome? We shall see. The short of it, after 8 hours, I want to play more, and that's more than could be said for the Hobbit game. Which, I mean, we tried to tell her. We tried to tell her. We tried to tell her that Hobbit game. I don't know how I feel about it.
You can only tell her so many times. Yeah.
I know, but listen, she's needing that cozy crack. I don't blame her. She's like, I need that. You got any more of that cozy cocaine? But
I also feel like we all have our game.
We do.
That's like that we know it's coming out. We know it's not going to be a banger, but it's like we already got it in our head. We're going to play this game. Come hell or high water.
We've all been there. We've all been there. I've been excited
We've all had our
Fire Emblem Engage was my game. I was like, I'm going to play this game. And then I was like, oh no, I should have played this one. Oh man. But that is the community review. And honestly, like, I kind of like that segment, like bringing in some people from the community who maybe tried something that we haven't had the chance to try and getting our first impressions from them. So if you have stuff that you've played recently on Nintendo Switch 2 and you want to share it with us and let us know how you felt about it.
Let us know the best thing you ate all week too.
Yeah, that'll work too. She says she gives an addendum here in the live chat. I played all weekend. It's a cozy good time, and that is a really, really good endorsement from Miss Tenderly there. So please go check her out over on her Twitch channel, twitch.tv/I_am_Tenderly. Live Monday through Friday, usually by 9 a.m. and going until like 4 p.m. every day. Eastern time. So that is it for the main topic and all of the things that we had to share for this week. We're going to dive into the fast forward. No, we're not going anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere. We're going to dive into the fast forward where Chris is going to tell you about all the video games that you should care about that are coming out this week. So hang tight. We'll catch you right after this jump. Chris, what's coming out, my good sir?
Let me tell you something. There's a lot coming out. Okay? There is Adventure of Samsara. I don't know if you know about this game. It is coming out September 4th. Luckily, nothing else is coming out then. It is it's normally $19.99. It is $17.99. It's kind of like, I don't know about you, but like some of the artwork almost kind of looks a bit like a GBA version of the original Prince of Persia.
I could see that.
It looks like a GBA game, kind of.
It does have those crunchy GBA style pixels.
That in a good way. Yeah, I like that. I like the way it looks. But yeah, it is kind of, I mean, they even call it Adventure of Samsara was an Atari 2600 game. And
that gives that tells me exactly why it kind of looks like that.
And this is like they made like a 2D Metroidvania version of it, like an action adventure game. Yeah, it is. Like I said, coming out on the 4th. Luckily, it'll be out. It'll be there on its own.
That is a big game for what it is. It's 6.2 gigs, by the way, fitting on that system looking like that.
That is pretty wild.
Why is this not optimized? Come on, Atari, get your stuff together. I'm not criticizing your game before it comes out, but I'm criticizing your game before it comes out a little bit.
A little bit. It sounds like it. But yeah, so that comes out on the 4th. Let's move to the next game. That game might not be for everybody, but everybody's Golf Hot Shots.
What a good segue.
Thank you. That is $39.99.
Can we get a round of applause? If you guys are subbed over here, we got the Wii clap. I need Wii claps in the chat if you guys are subbed.
Thank you very much. But yeah, it's coming out on the 5th, so Friday. Everybody's Golf Hot Shots. Only available on the Switch, which was a bit of a bummer, but the same thing happened upon that came out like right after the Switch 2 came out, and there was no Switch 2 version. This is another one of those games that Sony owns, and Bandai Namco just went ahead and released for them as a multi-platform game. Like they struck a deal with them to bring out some of the games. Pac-Man's in this one. The ones that were on PlayStation 4 were You created your own character. This one, you pick pre-made characters, like just it plays more. I want to say it plays more like the earlier versions of the game as opposed to the more recent one, and they kind of like play like almost like the Vita version where it is you just pick a character, pre-made character, play as them, and then you're playing golf. There's are you a fan of the Hot Shots series?
I haven't played any of the Hot Shots series, but here's what I will say is honestly the Switch is lacking very, very much so in arcade style sports games, especially ones with polish. And it needs more. And Everybody's Golf is one of those games that I think Hot Shots Golf you should definitely try to take a look at. So I would recommend this one for sure. Either way.
Mm-hmm. Right, $39.99 for crying out loud. Nintendo, please leave me alone. Every once in a while when I'm on like the webpage, it'll be like, even if I have them all loaded up, when I load it up again, it like goes to load the page again, and then it'll be like, enter in your date, and then Nintendo will be like, hey, you want to answer a quick survey? No, please leave me alone. I'm not answering a survey. You want me to answer a survey? You can pay me for it. Okay. So, how do you feel about narrative adventure games? Because Shut in Order, is that how you would say?
I would probably say shoot in.
Yeah, well.
But Shut-in, it's a very Americanized version of that. Shoot-in.
Yeah, we got here shutting.
We're going to be shutting it down right now. Oh, man.
But, yeah, so Spike Chunsoft is out here bringing the juice. This is $49.99. It comes out on Friday, September 5th. I really like the colors in the game. There's a lot of colors, a lot of talking. There's a lot of talking. Have you?
I mean, it's a narrative adventure game. There should be a lot of talking. It's in the genre.
A lot of talking in this one. Another big one, I guess, with the talking and the art. I don't know if it's voice acted or not. Do you know if it is?
Genuinely, I do not know. But it may say in the item description on the store page.
The trailer.
I've only listened to the trailer.
Is a Japanese voiceovers on the Nintendo eShop, so I don't think it's gonna have U.S. like English voice acting. I think it'll just a lot of those games will have Japanese voice acting and then text like English.
Or Japanese English text if you can read Japanese.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah, because.
But then you wouldn't need to read it. You're getting the actual
supported language English is all it says.
Yeah. Most likely, it's just going to be English subtitles.
Yeah. Otherwise, that 13 gigs would probably be a lot bigger. But yeah, so that'll be out $49.99. Jeez Louise. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would love to play it. Okay, so then we've got also on September 4th, Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion. We got Forsaken 64. If you have that expansion membership, by golly, you can go ahead and play this. It's even got 4-player mode. I think we talked about this before the show. You did not play this one.
I had not played this one. This is one that I did not play growing up, and seeing this one, I'm like, man, I really actually want to play this a lot. Like, this seems like a lot of fun. I like this, like, I don't know, like space ship shooter experience multiplayer. There's no one that's going to play this with me, most likely. But I mean, it looks cool. Like, it looks super cool. It's giving me some like good mid 90s vibes on video games. Like, I'm very down for this. Comes out on the 4th. No other game is coming out on the 4th, right?
Yeah. It's the thing that sucks is in Japan they got what did they get? In Japan they got Magical Vacation on the GBA. which did come out here. I forget the name of it, but that I believe that was like a Brownie Brown game. But yeah,
What is a Brownie
Vacation.
Brown game?
Brownie Brown is the developer.
Oh, okay.
You sounded panicked.
I was a little panicked. I was like, I need explanation.
Context,
like, yeah, please.
But yeah, so, but in terms of Forsaken, they had Forsaken. Who is that developer that is going around like just they did like the Turok games and all those. They did like the reboot, well, not the reboots, but remasters and re-released them because I believe Forsaken is on
Night Dive? Night Dive Studios?
I believe they did a Forsaken.
Yeah, Mnemonic Man in the live chat with Night Dive.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I believe they did. They did do that. They did a Forsaken. But yeah, so you can pay $20, or if you already have the membership, play the 64 version. Okay, so now let's move on to the Switch 2 versions of games. How about that? We've got High on Life Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Okay, which came out on August 28th for $39.99. This is a game that they just randomly popped up and was like, hey, we're out now, the upgrade pack. Do you already own this on the Switch? Because I think it was just on sale for really cheap. And they were like, did you happen to get it on sale? Because now you get a free upgrade and you can play it on the Switch. Listen,
which is good because suddenly it got playable.
Yeah,
this is really what happened.
Right. Yeah, it's 1080p 30 FPS with Nintendo Switch 2 dock. So I guess it's not locked at 30 in handheld. I don't know, but
variable
upgraded
refresh
texture
rate,
quality.
probably.
Yeah, higher frame rate. Love to see it. Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready.
Support for Joy-Con 2 mouse controls. Thank you.
Oh man, they're putting in your favorite method of controlling a video game.
Yeah. Also, I love. Can you show the screenshots on the screen, because those are 100% not from the Nintendo Switch.
Oh no, these are not. These are screenshots from a much more high fidelity machine.
Yeah, definitely not the Switch 2 version.
Yeah.
Or the Switch.
If you're booting it up, do not expect it to look like the screenshots on the show or on our show.
Yeah.
Like don't expect it to look like what I'm showing you. I mean,
yeah.
It'll probably, I mean, I don't even know this trailer. I'm not even sure if, this trailer is probably a little bit closer to what it actually looks like on there. There you go. There you go. That's a little closer to what it looks like. This trailer.
Yes, much closer.
And a lot of these are in-game cinematics more than anything else too.
They're showing a lot of those. Yeah, they're not going to let you hear what they're saying because they do a lot of cursing. But yeah, I mean, did you play High on Life?
I did. I played it on Xbox when it was on Game Pass, and it was just not my type of game. Like I don't like. It's from the creators of Rick and Morty and all that jazz. Like, and Rick and Morty had its time in my life, but then the fan base ruined it for me, and then like the humor kind of it became old, and it just really wasn't my jam. Gameplay wise, I mean, it was fine. Like, it was fine. But that being said, it really just wasn't my jam.
Right.
What about yourself? Did you try it out? I'm sure you did. I'm almost positive you have.
I played I did the same thing. I played it on Game Pass. So yeah, I played that. That was fun. Fun enough. I say it was fun. I played like the first hour, and then they were like, walk around town and like go meet this person, and didn't tell me where to go. And then
that's exactly how far I got to, and I was like, this is fine. This is totally fine. I do find it interesting that the game file size from the Switch version is 9.7 gigs, but the Nintendo Switch 2 version is 28.1 gigs. It's almost three times as big if you get the Switch 2 version of this game. Did you say how much it was? $39.99 free upgrade pack, right?
Yeah, $39.99 free upgrade pack. And Sujish was like, "Hey, what game?" She can't think of a game that would get her to play with the Switch 2 mouse controls, and it's 100% Nintendogs. That's exactly
Yep,
what it
that's
is.
the only answer.
Yeah. Okay, so then we got Exit 8. Now, Exit 8 came out last year on the Switch. You're walking through a like train terminal, and it's like as you're walking through it, there's like weirder and weirder stuff happening, and it's like definitely it's a little spooky. I'll tell
It's
you what, it's a
Densha
little
Dago controlling trains.
it's it's a little spooky. Okay. But so it came out on the Switch. Now there's a Switch upgrade, which is $1. So if you already had the Switch version, it's $1. If you want to buy the Switch 2 version right now, it is $4.19. It's on sale. However, if you buy the if you already had the Switch version, just the $1 upgrade. If you were to buy the Switch 1 version right now, it'd be $3.19, and then the upgrade pack would get you to $1. So it'd bring you up to $4.90.
14. Where are you going? Hold on, your math isn't mathing.
I'm working on math. But yeah, so there's that. But yeah, I'm excited to see more people play this. I had a few friends that played it and really enjoy the game itself. But yeah,
It was really cool, and I'm glad to see more
resolution and frame rate for smoother and more detailed graphics. That's what it says.
I'm really glad to see more budget options for video games come to Switch 2, like, and especially ones that are good. Like Exit 8 is actually very good. It's like a walking simulator, anomaly, spot the difference kind of situation, and it's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting, and for $4.19, you really can't go wrong with it. It's a little on the short side, but it's like it's $4 and some change. Like it's less than the cost of a Big Mac. So
yeah. Okay, so then hear me out.
I'm hearing.
Star Wars Outlaws Gold Edition, September 4th, $59.99. Now the Gold Edition comes with like the DLC that came out after launch on when it came to everything else. Some reports came out that the game is let's see. If you buy the game before November 3rd, you receive special bonus packs. In order to receive them, you have to have a Ubisoft account, just so you know. But anyway, $59.99, September 4th. I forget what else I was saying about it. But yeah. Did you ever play Outlaws?
I have not. I've been waiting to play Outlaws, mainly because I didn't want to sit in front of my PC to play it. It was on like Ubisoft streaming, whatever, blah blah blah. For like, if you paid for the membership for like, I don't know, I think it was like $10 a month to be able to do that. And I didn't do it originally because I was like, I just feel like I really want to own this game. And plus, knowing it was an Ubisoft jam, like I was like, at some point, it's going to be the cost of a monthly subscription to Ubisoft streaming service, so I'll be able to buy it anyway. And I got to tell you, from the first impressions I'm seeing on this game, it's just one of those things that I'm like, I don't know if this is where I will play it. I really, really want to play this game. But I think I'm just going to wait for a good sale on Xbox or PlayStation at this point to be able to just chill on the couch and run through it. Because, again, it's $60, and this is going to be one of those things that everyone is saying, like, it runs rough on Switch 2. And that's unfortunate because, like, I know we're in the early days of the Switch 2, and all the developers are still trying to figure out how that machine runs, and, you know, are you optimizing your game for the lower fidelity system and then going from there to make it better on the other consoles, or are you doing everything in reverse? And, you know, so far, most of the ports we've seen have been done in reverse, where they have this game built and then they're like dialing it down to get it onto the system. And it's just, I don't know, it's kind of unfortunate that this game is going to suffer on the Switch, at least at original launch, the way that it is because of its performance. And that's just kind of where I'm landing with it. I'm going to hold off.
Yeah. I did whatever it's called. I have it on like the Ubisoft. I have it on my Ubisoft account is where I played it. And I played like the first like 3 hours, but I played it after the updates came out. Because, originally they had like, they had like a bunch of stealth missions. If you got caught, you had to start all over again. And then they updated it and made it so if you get caught, you can just shoot your way through. And I like to shoot my way out of things.
I know you do. You don't do stealth. You do not do stealth. I've watched you play enough games.
Don't move. Hey, let's just run in here.
Like, stop. Don't go there.
Hey, careful. They got good aim. All right. So now, in terms of the next game,
there's no games. There's no important games coming out this week. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true. Good point. I like where your head's at. There's a game called Hollow Knight Silksong. The release date was announced about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, they just released or just announced the other day. When was that? Friday? That officially that it's going to be $19.99. It'll be out on September 4th at 10 a.m. Eastern. And so it will, not only that, but then it will be $20. And then the Switch, if you get the Switch version, the Switch 2 version is a free upgrade. How do you feel about Hollow Knight Silksong?
I am very excited for Hollow Knight Silksong. Like I said, I've been playing the original release of Hollow Knight here recently to make sure I don't get my teeth kicked in revisiting this game. Series on Thursday. Very much looking forward to it. Chris and I are going to have a full-on episode next week of our impressions of the game. It's going to be very spoiler light because I don't imagine we'll be beating that game over the weekend. It's a little bit on the longer side.
For yourself.
You're not going to beat that game. I've watched you play Hollow Knight. You're not beating this game. Well, good luck. I'll see you. You'll be dead.
I'll be here on Tuesday.
Yep. He will not be here on Tuesday.
I'll be like, I'm almost done.
We'll have to just go watch his stream. But that being said, I'm so stoked for Silksong, and I'm very glad that we finally have a release date for this game. September 4th. It can't come any sooner. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be really, really good.
It comes out on September 4th, and then there's a rumored Nintendo Direct on the 11th or 12th. What is everyone going to be asking for in the chat? Where's the Silksong DLC? Is that what they're going to say?
Gino for Smash. Back to Gino for Smash.
They're bringing him back. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. There's no memes. There's no more memes. There's nothing. Metroid Prime 4 is it? Give me the release date for Metroid Prime 4. I'm putting on clown makeup.
Nukem Forever. Where's the Switch 2 edition?
Good lord.
Okay, so after that comes out on the 4th. On the 5th, we've got Daemon X Machina. What is it? Titanic
Scion.
Titanic Scion. The page was loading. This is $69.99 on the Switch 2. There's a $69.99 version, a $89.99 digital deluxe, and a $99.99 super digital deluxe. I don't even know. The reviews came out, I believe last I checked it was 69 out of 100 on OpenCritic, but it seemed to have a lot of the same issues from what I could tell from the Mel and I were talking about it, and she said she loved the demo. She played a lot of the demo. The demo, all your save data from the demo carries over to the full game, right? So she was very excited about that. Yeah, And yeah, did you try the demo?
I have not yet booted up the demo because I've been kind of bouncing around between Hollow Knight and Kirby and the Forgotten Lands and did not have time to dive into the demo for this.
Yeah,
so
maybe a little Flare Obscure.
Yeah. Well, I tried a little Clear Obscure on the Steam Deck, and man, that ran like doo-doo poopy butts. I got through the prologue whenever he got sent off for his expedition. That's how far I made it. So, and I was like, well, we'll have to put this on the back burner for a little bit until I decide to sit in front of my PC to play a game again. But I want to try the demo for this because I am very interested in this game. I really liked the first one. And this just seems like more betterer of the first. Like, it legitimately seems good. Emperor Gombes in the live chat says try the demo for Daemon X Machina. It's a huge demo and should give you a good idea if the game is for you. I'm very excited for the full release. And I not that I've tried the demo, but I tend to agree with Emperor Gombes there. I think the full release is going to be really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Anytime there is a demo, I will, if I'm like curious about it, I will definitely try it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so what was I going to say? It is definitely a game. I played the first one. It was published by Nintendo when it first came out, and then this is just the life we live now, where it was on Nintendo. We'll see how it goes.
Now it's on everything. Thank you, Marvelous.
Thank you, Marvelous. Okay, so now we have Chronos: The New Dawn. I don't know if you know this about Cody, but he loves scary games. So
I think we've even talked about it this episode. I'm a big baby when it comes to scary games. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I really like scary games from a distance. I want to watch other people play them. I don't want to be in them. It's just I can't. I get too into it. I feel the feelings the protagonist feels.
Yeah. But Bloober Team out here releasing another game, Chronos: The New Dawn. This is both developed and published by Bloober Team. It is coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 day and date with the other versions on September 5th. It is $59.99. Some of the like footage and stuff that I've seen and heard people compare, they were like, yeah, it almost feels a bit like, Dead Space. A little real Dead Space.
Yep, I think that's kind of been our comparison too. I'm just asking for the stomp. That's all I want. I want them to bring back the stomp, make it a thing in every horror game from here on out. So,
well, I do believe they make a point of like once they go down, they're not down until you take them out, and then like you're harvesting their souls. So it says harvester of souls. So I imagine you're going to be literally taking souls from them so that you can level yourself up. Yeah. Chronos: The New Dawn, $59.99, September 5th.
If you're playing that game, I'll watch you play it. And I'm just telling the people out there, I'll watch you play it.
Let the people know. Let them know. What are you going to watch them play?
I'm going to watch them play Chronos: The New Dawn. I'm not ever going to play it myself because I'm a big baby. Well, that does bring us to the next segment of the show. We're going to speed run this. We have 6.5 minutes before ads run, and I'm trying my best not to have to run ads tonight. But we've got Pixel Minute in this segment. Chris has exactly 1 minute to guess a full title of a video game that he is being shown on the screen. It's highly pixelated. It'll unpixelate itself over the course of 60 seconds. The faster he guesses, the more points he gets on the board, with a max of 60 points possible. So, Christopher, are you ready for your Pixman? Are you ready?
I think so. I'm ready.
All right. We're going to get it going. Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. Got rid of chat. Got it taking up the full screen. I'm ready.
I guess. All right. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Green. Definitely a lot of green.
A lot of green.
What the heck is it?
You tell me.
Give me a second. Is it like NES Open?
Mm-mm.
No. It definitely looks like the front of a castle. Is it Final Fantasy?
Mm-mm. You're in the genre.
Is it Dragon Quest?
No,
Or
sir.
Dragon Warrior?
Mm-mm.
What the heck? Is it? Oh gosh, I have no. I can't even. Fire Emblem?
Nope.
No. Look, I see those people just standing there. Is it like Chrono Trigger? No,
Mm-mm. You got 5 seconds.
I can't tell. I don't. No idea. What is it?
And time is up. So this one might have been a little unfair. We did get a port of this game later to Nintendo Switch, but it was originally only released in Japan. This is Live Alive. It's a 1994 role-playing video game developed and published by Square for the Super Famicom. A remake was published by Square Enix in Japan and Nintendo worldwide, being released for the Nintendo Switch in 2022 and the following year for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The game follows 7 distinct scenarios scattered across different time periods, with 2 more unlockable scenarios
Japan.
linking the narratives together through the recurring antagonist, Odio. Gameplay is split between exploration with story-specific twists and turn-based combat played out on a grid. It was Live Alive. Did you play Live Alive? Have you ever played it?
Yeah, I played on the Switch version.
Chris, you tell me all the time about all the games you used to import, and I was like, Live Alive's one of them. He definitely did it.
No, I didn't start importing until
Till the Wii.
PS1
Oh.
with Metal Gear Solid, Tenchu, Final Fantasy VII, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night. Those were the first games.
Oh, man. I like how you said you cheated. God. It did come out this day, September 2nd, 1994, in Japan only. So I tried. I was going to set you up. I was hoping that we could do it. I was hoping you would have like some off the wall guess. Look, the other game that was on my list to possibly put up as an option was Starfy no Densetsu, and we did that one last year, and I was like, I can't do that game again. We did that one last year. That'd be so cheap to do it again. So you tried your best. No one in chat got it either, but Susie says, I keep thinking I ought to play Live Alive, but I haven't even managed to finish Chrono Trigger, which I understand. I understand.
Although I beat Live Alive on the Switch.
Congratulations. And you didn't know that screenshot?
Of the Super NES version? No.
It does look very different. We're going to go to the final segment of the show. This is the extra Nintendo news segment. I'm going to speed run this. We have 2 minutes until ad starts. For my Nintendo news, we got 3 new wallpapers from Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Starcrossed World. Each 50 platinum points is how much they cost per wallpaper. And we also got a new physical reward for a Kirby shopping bag, 600 platinum points for that reward. In terms of NSO icons, there's some new and returning Kirby and the Forgotten Land icons available. These will rotate on Wednesdays until September 24th. First wave is available now. Second wave starts tomorrow. The play and redeem icons for this month are characters from Fire Emblem, The Blazing Blade. A Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack is required to redeem them. In terms of Nintendo music, Time to Awaken to Fire Emblem, the OST for Awakening, hit Nintendo Music this week. In terms of sales and deals, Activision is running a sale on the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 plus 4 games. Snag the base game 25% off for both Switch and Switch 2, or grab the digital deluxe versions on both platforms for 30% off. Demos, Daemon X Machina, Titanic Scion, save carries over to the full game. Go play it if you're on the fence about it. Comes out later on this week. And in events, there is the continued Pokemon Terra Raid series to catch a newly released Shiny Chi-Yu, available until September 14th. News highlights. Warp Star Incorporated, Nintendo's film and TV division, has changed its name to Nintendo Stars Incorporated. This team has been around since the 2001 anime series Kirby, right back at you. Their focus is going to be on bringing film adaptations to other mediums. Alarmo snagged a Kirby-themed update. Nate the Hate YouTuber and podcast host, who has had an amazing track record with accurate direct predictions, tweeted out that there will be a direct in September, second week of the month, around September 11th or 12th. The main reason that we did today's episode, predicting if that's going to be a Mario 40th direct or not. We also got a leak of some of the upcoming Pokemon Lego sets dropping in February of next year. There are 3 sets. All of them are catered to the adult collector, priced at $59.99 for a 587-piece set, $199 for a 2,050-piece set, and $649.99 for a 6,838-piece set. What these could be, we don't even have proper guesses, but that $600 plus price tag, oh my god. And then finally, Square confirmed that we will get a stable 30 frames per second on Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. Again, confirming something that I am very stoked for and have had hopes that it's going to be good, and it's already sounding like it is going to be good. That being said, Chris, where can they find you? That's been our episode, but where can they find you for further content?
You can just find my, Super Nintendo link tree. Find it there. Give it a gander. What about you? Where do they find you at?
You can get my stuff over at nerdwireplays.com. Find all my stuff. I occasionally go live. I never go live right now. I will eventually someday go live again on my own channel. Who knows? Ads have started now. Go check out our episode over on YouTube, youtube.com/@The Nintendo Rewind. Thank you guys so much for everyone who joined us tonight. Nerdadark, Commodore Zed, Team Wildwood, Keywork Savior, all the people who joined us a little bit later on in the episode. We love your faces. Remember, please be kind and rewind, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.